Jennifer Garner, Ben Affleck's wife, opens up about her life after divorce financially. We got to talk about this and more, but before we get into it, hi, best friend, and welcome back to my channel. If you're brand new, my whole vibes, your pop culture messy bestie. I spill pop culture tea all day, every day. So if you're looking for somebody to keep you company, subscribe. So Jennifer Garner, people hate when I say Gardner. I'm not saying Gardner. I'm saying Garner, but for some reason it comes out as Gardner, but I'm really saying Garner. You know what I mean? Anyways, girl, listen. She just opened up in a way that I applaud so much. She did an interview, she did a podcast, sorry, where she talks about her financial life after divorcing Ben Affleck. And I gotta say, a lot of celebrities need to learn to do this because it is so inspiring to see a real celebrity talk about money issues. Check this out.
I think Nicole and I panicked when I panicked when I was first out of my marriage and realized I had taken such a step back in my work. Suddenly I realized, like, I don't know how long I'll be able to work. This isn't a career that's like, hey, you're 60, you're 55, you're 43. Come on, let's pay you more than you've ever made. You know what I mean? That's not been traditionally the role. And I was suddenly like, wait a minute, I have to take care of myself. I have to take care of these kids. So what is it going to be? And so we just got very calculated and still. And she was like, how can you work? And I said, I can work in Los Angeles. I can't leave these kids for 6 months at a time. I would love to. I love going on location. That is not this time in my career. And so it's like, okay, what can we make happen? How can we do it? And we just got really targeted and still about it. And Once Upon a Farm was very much a part of that play. It's just the crazy thing is it's working because it's not like you can just unfamous yourself. Life is expensive and you still have to kind of figure out how you're going to live. And just because you're well known by people does not mean that there is some great living being provided for you. And it's very, it became very serious to me really quickly as someone who had never given a lot of thought to money. Like, oh, I need to be an earner here.
Have you ever been mistaken for anyone?
All the time. Oh my gosh.
Which other actresses do you get?
Oh my gosh. I mean, you could imagine. How many times have I been at Starbucks waiting for my coffee and they're saying, Hillary, Hillary, and I'm like, and they think I'm Hillary Swank. Or yesterday, Julia Roberts, which, I mean, please compare me to any of these people anytime. Rachel McAdams.
Love.
All the Jennifers. Just swap me with a Jennifer.
Do you go along with it?
Of course. Oh yeah, I don't care. I'm thrilled.
You know, I have seen Once Upon a Farm in so many stores. And when I found out it was Jennifer Garner's, I immediately bought, I think I bought like a juice pack or kind of I don't really know what it was. It was some baby food or kid food. And I thought it was delicious. And, you know, the macros were really good. You know, in fact, I know there's a lot of people who actually buy like baby snacks for their snacks because the macros are so low. But I'm like, damn, bitch, like you can't leave babies without food, you know? I'm very proud of her for opening up. I think it's so incredible. You know, she's had such an incredible comeback. People just love her. You know, she did that deal with Netflix. She has been in so many movies lately. She has been so incredibly successful with her new show on Peacock. It is the #1 scripted show, I think, premiere in history on the Peacock network. She is so loved. She is so honest in interviews. And I just really admire her hustle. I admire her way of putting family first. I admire her for putting boundaries. I think in Hollywood, oftentimes a lot of celebrities, they don't set boundaries. So, you know, Hollywood just does whatever they want with them. And Jennifer Garner is so open about setting those boundaries and actually showing that if you set boundaries, you will be successful sooner or later because you are following your truth and standing in your truth. And I really admire that of girl Dolly Parton. I was about to say Dolly Parton. Honestly, they're very much, they're very similar in the aspect of being good people. They're both such good people. You could just tell, man. Like Jennifer Garner, I've always compared her to Mary Poppins because I just feel like she's somewhere baking things for the pep rally, and she's singing to birds, and she's going on set, and she's making this huge brand of Once Upon a Farm. I mean, it's just so inspiring to see her like this, especially after her divorce, and her romantic life and her private life has just been so public. She's so well mentally. You know what I mean? Because a lot of celebrities, they just seem off. Like it just the fame gets to their brain, and they become so, I don't like the word weird, but kind of weird, you know what I mean? But I really admire Jennifer Garner, and I really think that it's so important for all of us to set our boundaries and follow them through, because I'll never forget this saying that I always heard. I don't remember where it was, but it was something like, if you do things that you don't want to do for others, you're never going to find true happiness. You have to do it for yourself. You have to be able to maintain a mental, physical, spiritual alignment, right? That best suits you and creates a good, abundant environment for yourself. Okay? I think it's so special. Now, she did get a divorce, and I don't know if there was a divorce settlement. I don't know if there was any child support. But because I'm nosy, I have to do some digging. So this is what I found. Jennifer Garner recently revealed that she panicked about money after divorcing Ben, but they were married in 2005, separate in 2015, and finalized their divorce in 2018 because they reportedly had no prenup. The money and property accumulated during their marriage had to be divided 50-50. However, their property settlement was private. Some online reports throw around figures like 40, 60, or even 80 million, but none of these numbers has ever been confirmed. The 60 million figure commonly repeated online was actually an estimate of Jennifer's overall net worth, not necessarily money Ben paid her. And for child support, Jennifer and Ben agreed to joint legal and physical custody of their 3 children, but their final public reports did not reveal how much she would monthly receive. So Jennifer did not say she walked away with nothing. She explained that she had panicked because she had stepped away from acting. Listen, child support, no child support. Divorce settlement, no divorce settlement. She is making a name for herself. She's always made a name for herself, and I'm very proud of Jennifer Garner. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. I admire and appreciate any celebrity who is not scared to open up like this. I think it's so important because we see celebrities live their best lives, but little do we know they're probably struggling too, And I'm sure that there were a lot of times where she was, okay, what am I going to do? I feel so lost or scared, and it's just like anyone in life, sometimes taking risks are very scary. Sometimes ending something can be very scary, but I think it's all about how you pick yourself up. Allow yourself to cry, allow yourself to feel like shit, allow yourself to have a Bridget Jones moment, but then get the fuck up. Okay, so this is your sign to get the fuck up. Okay, we all gotta just get the fuck up. Anyways, I love you all so much. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.